Good morning, happy Friday. Marshy here with another newsletter wrap up video of the newsletter. And today I thought I'd share it's been a good week. I recovered from my sprained foot, got to go to Sydney yesterday, and the sun is threatening to appear in Melbourne this weekend. So, in case you're wondering about the newsletter wrap up video, what you need to do is just visit my website, lukemarshall.com, click weekly newsletter, and there's a big fat subscribe button there. But maybe you don't want to commit. That's cool. I'll give you the wrap up video right now. And I was pretty happy with this newsletter, to be honest. When you hit send and you're like, oh, that was a good one. So let's explain why. This week I look at ChatGPT, the tool of the week, Pi, and Meta's head AI scientist shoots his mouth off again. But let's start with the big upgrade to ChatGPT. So if you're a nerd like me, you pay for the ChatGPT Pro, and I asked the question as someone who writes the newsletter, can I write this off for my tax? I still need to do my tax return. But the interesting thing is their image generation capability, which you used to only be able to access via an integration or via the API or knowing how to code, is now available for anyone who is a ChatGPT Pro subscriber. And I think what I really like about this is the accessibility. If you've played with the image generation tools already, a lot of them are quite kind of clunky to use still. One relies on you going through Discord. Some rely on you having some understanding of modeling and the parameters and how to do it. And others will just let you generate the image rather than continually refine it. And so, first came with the rank, I go, what's a utopian vision of accessibility look like? And I think AI has some way to go. Like there's just a big sign and people in a park. What's that got to do with accessibility? It was pretty vague though, to be fair to them. Um, and in case you're wondering about history and why I think the accessibility or thing is so big, or if we want to call it something else, usability, it's because it fundamentally altered the course of OpenAI. In case you need a quick primer, it's a blip in history now, but OpenAI started as a non-profit and saw AI as an existential threat. It was working for over 6 years before, trying to make money, trying to do things, converted from a non-profit to a profit company, a corporation. And it was only with ChatGPT's release last year that it sort of got its breakthrough. And I guess you could argue that 6 years of focused strategy to get there could lead them to that point, and there's no question that's a part of it. But there's also a bit of luck involved, right? Like, no one could have predicted that this would have changed the course of AI and sort of how it progresses. And the rest is history now. And I think oh, I've just realized I made a mistake in my newsletter. Oh, there was another image there. Ooh, sad face. Uh, anyway, so that's throwing me completely. Anyway, so the usability fact is really excellent because now you just punch it into ChatGPT, say generate an image, and just imagine this is an image, and then you can give it feedback to improve itself. And then, there's the real McCoy. Not quite the same, but quite funny still. The tool of the week is Pi. Pi is an alternative, a chat agent. You sort of chat and interact with the AI as well. They're really focusing on design. In case you're wondering if craft and design is playing a role in this world, yes, it absolutely is. AI companies are actually hiring poets at the moment to try and fix their crappy writing. And Pi has received a lot of funding. One call out though is that you know that doesn't necessarily mean they're onto something. It might mean that they're very good at selling the idea that they're onto something. And I decided to bung in a quote from John Carreyrou's Bad Blood: "Hyping your product to get funding while concealing your true progress and hoping that reality will eventually catch up to the hype continues to be tolerated in the tech industry." And that's a great book if you want to read about Theranos. So you can get Pi on iOS and Google Play. Be a judge for yourself. It's quite user friendly, and if you like playing with this stuff on your phone, go for it. So one of my favorite people to pick on is the head meta scientist, Jan LeCun, simply because I don't think he does sound bites very well. So when ChatGPT came around, he sort of said publicly, in terms of underlying techniques, ChatGPT is not particularly innovative. And sure, the underlying back end it might not be compared to whatever he's working on. But what he missed is the fact that it's so usable, and that actually is an important part of the process. Now, this person has gone on and stated that AI will never threaten humanity. Now, I'm sort of rabbit holing on this stuff a lot, and even off the top of my head, I can think of scenarios where uh, that is not the case, and I'm not, a lead scientist for a tech company. Here's some of the ways it could pose an existential threat. So, sophisticated hacking attacks, even in Gippsland. This is pre all this stuff. Our hospital was almost crippled from a cyber attack. Imagine if you overlay AI's capabilities there. It's pretty scary. Mass machine learning of a flying coordinated army of weaponized drones, terrible to think about, but that is actually a reality that could set off a nuclear war. And, deep fake spoofing, it's already available. It can get more and more sophisticated and more coordinated, and it could trigger irrational behavior in a VIP head of state. And we already know you don't need AI to have an irrational VIP head of state. Hello, Trump. So yeah, look, I don't like thinking about malevolent use, but and it's a terrifying reality that we have to think about. And I think we can hope that the side of progress can consider, govern, and protect us from these threats. But to say it's never going to be a threat is a bit shooting from the hip, and I don't know. It just seems like a dumb thing to say. And so, on that note, I will now finish the newsletter wrap up. Thanks to those who are giving me feedback along the way. I really appreciate it. And yeah, a couple of weeks ago, I did a couple of weeks ago, I did the mistake of a little lowercase I. And now this image, I wish it was there because it's going to bother me. But this is all part of the learning journey. Have a great weekend. Thank you.